Hi, everyone. We're back with something a little bit different than what we've been doing lately.
Yeah, little little trip that we took last weekend up the street.
Yeah, it's really handy that this is just like, what, 45 minutes away?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, every year we actually both of us live in the Northern Virginia area, just south of Washington D.C. And every year there's a open house at the Americans in Wartime Museum, which is located out in Nokesville, Virginia.
It's about 45 minutes out of an hour out of DC, maybe.
Yeah,
Somewhere
about
around there.
that. It's not too far off of U.S. Route 28.
Right.
Well, it's not particularly hard to get to, but every year they basically have an open house and they show off all their holding of tanks and armored vehicles.
That's
They
great.
also have a lot of reenactors who show up with some of their own stuff, some of their own equipment, some of their uniforms, etc. It's
Right.
usually 2 days, Saturdays and Sundays, and usually sometime in the summer and the fall, depending on the weather. And this year it was nice because it was in the fall.
Right.
And a couple
Where
of
it's
years
not
ago,
too
we were there in the
hot.
middle of summer and we were dying. But so we're both treadheads. So any opportunity to see tanks driving around or just parked
Yes.
and touch them is enough for us to go over the top over. So and get our geek on.
Yeah, even just parked is nice, but they
Yeah.
happen to actually drive around a few,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is really nice.
So we thought we'd just share, some of the stuff that we saw with people who are interested in tanks like us, and you know, just recommend if you're ever in the area, definitely try to squeeze in this show.
Yeah.
They're also working on a museum. It's going to be
Down for 95.
yeah, the
down near
95. Where a lot of these things are going to be
Woodbridge
parked in
or
the
something.
future, but it's been quite slow, I guess, as it's
Yeah.
because it's all private and it's trying to get donations and
Donations
everything.
up.
So yeah,
And yeah, they do have a website, Americans in Wartime Museum. You can go donate if you're interested.
right.
Um, the only criticism I have at all about this is it's the Americans in Wartime Museum, and their cover page has a lot of British equipment.
There is a bumper of a White Scout car
There is, right?
hiding behind that.
That was a good eye for you to
Yes,
spot that.
exactly.
And I'm not counting the helicopters.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3 vehicles that are prominently displayed.
Well,
and of
if-
course, the rear of a T-55 over here.
Yeah. Well, also when we look at their stuff, you'll see most of their holdings is either British post-war or
It is.
of all things, some Swiss stuff. Yeah.
All right. So that's what we have. We'll start off with just kind of showing you around. This is the kind of some pictures of the overall
Right. So
scene
when,
of the place.
so there's this big parking lot out front where you park right off the street, literally right off the side street, and just as you're walking in, you start seeing stuff right away. It's just
Right.
this big field, and when we first came in on the right, there was this little encampment, which was supposed to represent United States cavalry, as in mounted on horses cavalry.
Right.
You can sort of see a horse there in between the Winnebago and the tent, as well as their replacement, the White Scout car. So that was kind of cool. We'll have more pictures of all this as we go on.
Right. And this is, I guess, who they are that
Yeah.
do this display off to the
Right.
right that we just saw.
But, right.
Just wanted to get their little plug in
Little
there.
poster, and then looking to the left.
Yeah, this is when you're walking down the kind of walkway to come into the area where the vehicles are set up, and you can see off to the right, where it starts showing all the vehicles and tents and reenactors were set up over there.
Exactly.
A little far picture of a wonderful vehicle.
Hetzer's got a Hetz.
There'll be plenty more of that later.
Yeah.
They had the helicopter here. I'm not real sure what that was doing.
Oh, they usually give helicopter rides
Yeah.
later in the day.
Okay. They had not. They weren't doing that.
Yeah,
while
we,
they
we
were
went on
on.
Sunday, and Saturday's actually the better day because they
Right.
do a lot more of the live action stuff. But
Running the
yeah.
vehicles around.
Yeah.
Yep. And they have a big barn up here, which
Right.
is garage type more than a
Right,
barn.
exactly. And you see there's another White Scout car, and
Yep.
there's actually a whole displays inside, which we'll get to.
And then moving on, this is kind of looking back towards the front.
Right, on the left side.
Yep. And you can see just little area set up. They have a speaker tent here
Right.
where they have, I think they had 6 speakers this year.
Yeah, they invite veterans from previous wars to come in and talk about their experiences. They've had people in the past, they had a World War I guy even, but a lot of World War II guys, Vietnam, enduring freedom, all these different different conflicts, talking about their experience and equipment, etc.
Just another picture, kind of overall, sees the people wandering around. They actually
Right.
let you, like you can see here, you wander around, touch them.
Yep.
They don't approve of you climbing on them.
Yeah, and
But-
then a lot of them you'll see there's guys dressed up. They're actually they can talk about their own vehicles because they're there.
And this is their little Wartime Museum bust where they interview.
The recording studio.
The vets. It's a little recording studio. They said if somebody comes and is a vet and they haven't spoken to him, they will take the guy in and interview him and get some comments out of him, and it may at some point show up in the museum when it's finally finished.
Right, and they keep all the stuff at the posterity. Even in their little shop, they had like CDs that you could buy of interviews and of
Right.
equipment and stuff.
Different
so,
recordings they had done.
Yeah.
And there's another view of that
Right, a little closer.
thing. Closure and back to the beginning.
Yes, and back to
So
the van.
then we start going around and take a look at some of the vehicles.
A little more closely.
Yes.
So when we came in, one of the first things we saw on the left was this M4 Sherman,
Wonderfully restored Sherman.
wonderfully restored, and the mud is actually from the field around there. It's
Correct.
been driving around, and beautiful job, and of course all these reenactors hanging out on it just added to
Right.
the effect.
Yeah, and these guys were up. We were there for 2.5 hours or so.
Yeah,
And these guys
They were
up
still
on this
there.
thing most of the time.
exactly. People come and talk to them, and they were
Yes.
chatting them up.
Yep.
And the amazing thing is they weren't all super overweight like a lot of reenactors. you know,
Yes, I think these guys most of them could actually get in the tank.
most of them, except for maybe the guy on the left.
Yeah, you can see a couple more shots of that
Yes.
vehicle. It's really nice. And moving on.
Got a
Let's-
M20 Scout car.
Yep. It's nice. Another shot of that one.
I think this actually, the C2, it's coming. When Tamiya did their kit, they actually did it in this scheme with the C2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. There's another view of it. And these were right along the walkway as you're coming
Exactly.
in. That's why they
Right.
got that. And then moving on down.
So the barrier that you see, this orange, was just to control how people walked. We ended up walking on the other side of the barrier, which you can do. It's just, yeah.
This was the way in.
And here we're back to the.
How did I get back to the beginning? All right, anyway.
Didn't?
Oh, I didn't. That was the one in the area shot
Yes.
as well, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll slip these pictures in every now and then.
Yes. And we get a nice M5 Stewart
M5
with
Stewart.
some reenactors on it, looking cool.
Yeah. It's really nice.
Well preserved. I
Yeah.
mean, totally redone, painted, and everything else looks really nice.
Yeah, had we been completely motivated, we should have like you said, Photoshop out all this crowd.
Yeah.
So,
But that would require skills that neither one of us have.
yeah,
We're going to have to find somebody that wants to Photoshop our pictures for us.
exactly. Guys around an old Jeep.
Yep.
It's not a Willis, is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Mhm.
Okay.
With a whole bunch of stuff in it.
Yep. And
East meets west.
Yeah,
Can you say-
another Sherman. This one's
Yes.
the cast hull.
Yep. Early M4.
Yep. And T-34-85 back here.
Yep.
So both these again beautifully
Yes. Once again, that's all from driving around. It's
remade.
not
the mud. That's
the
not
clay,
rust,
the
it's-
Virginia
yeah.
clay. You know, it's on there.
Yep.
Yeah, with the reenactors on it again, looks cool.
Yeah. This one I didn't see it drive this year. It may have driven
No.
after we left. I
Or on
probably did on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
But they typically, what's really nice when they drove this around, at least the last time I was there, they'd loaded up like 6 or 8 guys on the
Yes.
back of it
So
just
it's
to kind of give somewhat of an impression.
It's like
of
Tanko DeSanti on the back of the tank. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
it, which made it look even better with just
Yep.
a pile of guys in uniform on it.
And we have an Amtrak.
Couple shots of these.
There's an M16 and M3 half track.
There'll be better shots of those
Yep,
later.
M36 tank destroyer.
This is a-
They've actually done a lot of work on it. I think they still have to do a little bit more because it's got these goofy looking light protectors on
Right.
it. But this was, I think they found it in the former Yugoslavia, and they got it, and they're going to.
They've done a lot of work.
They've done a
to it.
lot to it because this thing
It was in rough shape.
was beat a few years ago.
Right.
But they've clearly painted it, and they've cleaned up a lot of the damage that was on it.
Yep.
And oh yes, and this guy's got a funny looking backpack.
This was neat because they did the demonstration of a flamethrower.
Yes.
The World War II flamethrower.
Yes. And when you stand there, even though you're about 30 feet away,
At least I would say more.
you
40
feel
probably. At
you feel like somebody's turned on this super space heater in your
Correct.
face.
and if you notice, he's
He's facing away.
firing it away from you, and you can feel the wave of heat
Yep.
hit you.
Yep.
So anyway, that's just kind of neat the way they did that display of that. It's pretty impressive. This time they didn't manage to catch the field on fire like they did the other year.
Well, the other year they had like the whole little reenactment where the guy came and flamethrowered the bunker, and all
Right.
the guys were coming up. So yeah,
So nice
2.5 ton post-war truck.
50 cal on top.
Yeah, it's kind of done in a NATO standard scheme, but yeah.
Emergency room.
Yes, not only do they have replicas of weapons, they have a replica porta-john. It's actually so yes. We don't know what this was doing here. Which tank was this?
I'm not going to go for it because I'll mess it up again. It is the.
You can do it.
You
You can do it.
It's I don't know. It's the. I don't know.
Think Rome.
Rome, is it it's the Centurion.
There you go.
It's the Centurion.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to call it the Chieftain or the Crusader or
Yes.
something.
Centurion.
Centurion.
It's probably
I can
A5
never
model because it's
remember
got the
this
105 on it.
Yep. There's not a person in there in this picture for scale. This is a
Yes.
monster.
It is a big tank. Well, big tanks are always. Love me some Centurions.
Centurions. Just a quick little picture of a camp from the
Right.
reactors.
This was like a Vietnam era one.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was an M113 ACAV parked
Yep.
in front of it. You know?
Keep these things
And
together.
an M114 that we
Yep.
mentioned.
So the tents you see right here to the right,
Yes.
and the one behind this are the ones we just took a picture of. And a Walker. This one I know. A Walker Bulldog.
Yeah, M41. Yes, nice little tank.
It's a nice little tank.
This thing was actually used by the Norwegians until the mid '90s. I mean, it was
Really?
it was updated.
Up armored and
Yeah, but as a scout vehicle.
Duster from the side.
Yeah.
Of course, from the side.
Yes.
So, anyway, and another picture of the rear of the Walker Bulldog.
Yes.
Love this picture.
The Swedish S tank.
This is amazing, and this tank designed to fight on hilly country, of course.
It's just it had a hydrodynamic suspension, so
Right.
they could lift it. Notice the gun is completely fixed, so
Mhm.
they actually had to use a suspension to elevate the gun.
Right.
So, but it could actually sink down to be only like 4.5 foot tall. I don't remember the exact height. Or
Right.
when we get to the next photo, you can see it in driving
And there's
position.
it
There
in
you go.
driving
And that's in
position.
driving position.
Yep.
Yeah, it was very innovative. It's just so cool looking. Plus, the suites had such a neat looking camouflage.
But really, I think this might be my new screensaver for a
Yeah.
while.
Oh, yeah.
Just a nice back windows background. Just
Yeah,
love
except for that guy's head.
It looks so menacing.
Need a bush.
I'll crop that out.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
PZ68 from Switzerland.
Yep. There's another picture.
Yep. The other one. Had two of them.
Had two of them.
I think one was a 61 that was upgraded to a 68, and the other one was a straight 68. The T55.
55. You can see right here they were trying to get this thing started.
Yes, it took them like 20 minutes.
It did because we were standing around watching them, waiting for them to
Yes.
because they were getting ready to roll.
They blocked us off.
Scorpion.
Sting of the Scorpion, yes.
And whatever this one was. Can't see from the front.
It's name escapes me. It's the APC version on the same chassis as the Scorpion. Why can't I remember what it's called? FE4. I don't remember.
Hey, look at
Saracen? No, yeah.
that. Too late.
Another Scorpion in a European scheme. And a Fox armored car. And an Abbott. Hey, Abbott!
Had to do it.
Had
At
to
least
do
this
it.
is, and this is another.
This is a
picture I like
wonderful
lot.
fight of two of them. They have two of them just sitting there
Yeah.
in like shooting position. It's just so
Mhm.
cool.
It's really nice.
Yeah. FE432.
Yep. APC.
Yeah, it's got that top on it. I'm not sure if it's a artillery observation. I didn't look at the back deck of it to be perfectly honest. If it's an observation version or if it's a swing fire carrier. I think it might be observation one.
Another good shot of the T55.
Yes.
Partially screened.
With the
with it.
PT-76 behind it and the mutt in front.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, it's got some mud on him.
Yeah. This is their
A muddy mutt.
this is their vehicle they're using for their starter vehicle.
Yes, yes.
And just a row of some more modern vehicles.
Yes, 3 Humvees and
Yeah.
3
Those are big trucks.
yes, they are. 2.5 tons. I think there's like a pickup truck in the back. I didn't notice that before.
Yeah. they're dwarfing those Humvees.
Yeah, and Humvees are not small
And
vehicles.
those are the real, not the.
Yes, they're not the ones that you find driving around in
Correct,
California. T-72 and
T-72.
Day scheme,
DDA.
East Germany. Sorry, the
Mm,
BTR-40, first Russian APC,
yep.
armored.
Nice.
Yeah,
Some kind of recovery vehicle.
Yeah.
Not sure what.
and then a T-55 looks like an M
Back
model.
in here.
which
I
is
think we got a better picture of that somewhere.
Yeah,
but
I remember the designation for the T-55 recovery
there
vehicle.
you go.
Yeah. BMP-1 and East German
Camouflage.
regalia.
Yep.
Another view of the T-72. You can tell the tanks that were driving around before
Yeah,
we got
there's the
there.
m-
Yeah, all the mud on their treads.
Right.
Yeah.
And a really beat up
Yeah, the beat
T-3485.
T-3485. Yeah, this thing, the paint's flake. I mean,
Yeah, it's in
no,
tough
no,
shape.
no Russian tank in World War II got this beat because they didn't last that long. But this thing is, yeah, it needs a paint job bad.
Yeah, this one needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, I think they got it from another one from former
But
Yugoslavia.
apparently it's running.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
runs.
Look at the treads and all the
Yep.
dirt on the thing. So it
Yeah, exactly.
apparently runs. Maybe that'll be.
Well, I
one of the
remember
next
seeing this
projects.
video of this T-3045 they found in a peat bog, and
I saw that.
it was totally buried, and they pulled it out and started the engine. So they were
Yeah, that was
they were tough.
amazing.
Yep,
What is this again? The dust. That's not
Yeah.
the Duster, is it?
it's the
No, that's,
it's this it's the
something else.
early version of it with the gun in the back.
and there we go. The Wolverine, not
Nope,
Hellcat.
Hellcat
Sorry, Hellcat.
M18.
Yep. That's a nice little vehicle too.
It is.
It's a really nice vehicle. There's
Yes.
a better picture of it side on. And there's the Greyhound.
M8 Greyhound. Yep.
And-
M7 Priest.
Yep.
In a Mediterranean scheme. Yeah,
It's got an ammo trailer behind. I think I
Yeah.
got another picture of that later.
yeah. I
on.
think we came back.
A little Russian camp.
Little Russian camp with some reenactors
And,
hanging out by their T-34.
T-34 hanging up behind them. And just another picture of the same. This time got the.
I don't know what that. I'm not sure what this gray uniform is. To be perfectly honest, some kind of commissar thing. I don't know.
Another just one of their tents.
Yep.
And the Valentine.
Be My Valentine.
I love this vehicle. I didn't used to think much of it until I saw it, and now, it's a normal guy standing beside it.
Yep.
This is a tiny vehicle.
Yeah, it's funny when you realize how small some of the vehicles
Yep.
were.
Yeah, what is it? A 3-man crew in this, or do they get 4 in there?
This one's a force at the larger turret.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's Valentine 3.
Yeah, another shot of that. And there it is, front on.
Yes.
That's it. Anyway, looks a little more menacing there.
Hatcher's got a hats.
And here we have it.
Yes.
This is the pride of the show. It's the American and Wartime Museum, but this is the pride of the show. This is a reenactment group that shows up and brings this. And
It's actually a Swiss model of from the designation G43 or something like that. But
Yeah,
they
they-
actually updated to get it to a
retrograded.
retrograded. Thank you. They retrograded it to be an actual German Hetzer.
Yep, and there's a frontal view of it.
Mhm.
This is a wonder. I've always loved this vehicle.
Yeah.
So
A
there.
little ambush scheme going on.
Mhm. Years past, they've had this kind of where it is now, but actually, is there a better picture? No, I guess not. Anyway, years past, they've had it kind of in this woods line,
Yeah.
up against the trees, kind of in an ambush
Yes.
placement. It looks even more impressive
Yeah.
there. Of course, you can't see it as well, but
Exactly. This time we could
makes
actually
for a
walk
really
around.
nice display.
And the pupschen. Would you like a little pupschen? It's huge.
Yeah.
The pupschen.
Yeah. And one of the reenactors demonstrating a Panzerfaust.
To a guy who's someday going to be a reenactor.
Yeah, who's thinking about being a reenactor.
He hasn't decided if it's going to be American or Russian yet. M3
And
Grant.
Grant, right? Yep.
Hmm.
I always get the Grant and the Lee mixed up. And
The Czechoslovakian OT-810 painted up as a German 251.
yeah, this is another one they need to kind of retrograde. right?
Yeah, I wish they would. Is take the top off of it and close in the shooting port. I mean, it'd be a lot of work because you also have to work on the back end. But
Right.
But yeah, it'd be great if they could do it.
And a little recon vehicle.
It's a Canadian. Oh gosh, I can't remember the stupid designation. The CW 15, CWT 15. Yeah, it's their armored truck.
Okay.
They use them in World War II, in late war.
Okay. Another picture of the Sherman.
Yep.
One of the Shermans.
The
I should
A1,
say.
the A11, yeah. A dingo ate my baby.
You gotta be careful with dingoes running around.
Yes, dingo scout car.
It's a nice little vehicle.
And an Guards Armored Division scheme.
And
Morris.
your truck, right?
Morris the cat. Yes, I love them. There's just something about the Morris truck. It's just those big wheels.
The wheels look way too big for the
Yeah,
vehicle.
the chitty chitty bang bang front on
Exactly.
it. You know, it's just, it's kind of ugly, but it's cool looking because it
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
It's so ugly, it's cool looking.
yeah. Other view of the M5 Stewart.
Yep, from the other side. Now you can see there's that
The
barrier
barrier
we
on
were
the-
talking
yes,
about. Now we're on
mhm.
the other side of it, down right in with the vehicles.
Another view of the M3 Lee
Yep.
from the
And
other side.
again, with a lot of reenactors hanging
Yes.
around on this thing. You know, I got to hand it to these guys. These guys hung out here all day.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty impressive.
If I was to do reenacting, it would be the living history stuff. I've no desire to go out and be
Run around in
Rambo.
a field.
Yeah, with a rubber knife. But
Yeah.
the living history is kind of interesting,
Yep.
especially if you have to hang around on a cool tank.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you know what? If you get a tank, they'll let you in.
I'm pretty sure they'll let us in anyway.
They'll let you in anyway, but if you show up with a tank,
As long as you have a
then you'll be a special guy.
That's
there.
true. That's true. As long as you have official garb, I think you're okay. Nice little Willie's Jeep,
It's got white
a
scout.
white
car.
scout car,
Uh,
M16, half track again.
It's a mean vehicle.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get hit with all those 50 cal shooting at me.
No,
Guess that's
450
done in
cals.
a second armored division scheme for Normandy,
Is that
with
what
the
that
black
is?
and the
Okay.
green. I guess it could be Italy, but
Little M3 beside it.
M3 half track.
Yeah, you got to be more specific. You can't just say M3.
Yes,
Just everything.
because
is
everything in the
M3.
U.S. Army was either M1 or M3, with a few M5s thrown in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's the two of them beside each other. one
Yep,
for crewmen,
with a small child.
a crewman beside it.
Yes,
And this thing.
FT-17 out front.
Yeah.
Not sure what that gun action was going on, but
Another white scout
another view of
car
the white scout car.
from the other side.
Yeah. M29 Weasel.
Weasel.
It's a Weasley.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's funny.
GMC truck,
Yeah.
2.5 ton.
Vehicle, some type.
Quarter ton, Dodge quarter ton command vehicle. Yeah.
Motorcycle. Woohoo.
Yeah, I didn't. This is actually, I think, a Chinese copy of a. I can't remember if it was a. I think it was a BMW.
BMW.
Yeah. Even a Zundap. No, I think it was a BMW.
Okay.
And this is a standard, just 3/4 ton truck. 75 pack howitzer used by the U.S. and British Airborne during the war. German 50 millimeter Krupp gun, World War One.
World War One.
With some guys who are hanging around it. This was inside.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
just
Not a lot of World War One stuff except for that FT-17. That'd be a cool thing for them to set up the FT-17 diorama with this
with
thing.
this.
Yeah. They were close to each other, but it'd be kind of a neat thing to set up.
Yep.
US 37 millimeter tank gun behind the pack howitzer. Some ammo.
Yep.
Do not touch the ammo.
Do not touch the ammo. And there was
Yes.
a guy here and would tell you anything you wanted to know about any of this stuff. Probably
Some
tell you more
mining.
than you want to know. Mining.
Mining.
And some more.
Achtung, mining. Yeah. And we have some mortar shells, yes.
These were all set up in that building we saw from
Well,
a
looks
distance.
like a Panzerschreck shell there on the left.
Okay. It's labeled mortar.
Hey, what can I say?
It's actually not. If you look back there, rocket.
Yes. There you go.
And then they have the Battleship Missouri.
And this is for all of you that have kids and you want them to be interested in military history.
Exactly.
They have, this was basically this company that makes equivalent of Legos. So they made this Lego, I can't remember their actual name, Battleship Missouri.
Yep.
So it's perfect to get your kids into it. You just need a house. It's got a slightly large room.
Yeah, it was a good 20 feet long or so.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe a
And,
little bit, not even bigger.
and you could have Lego stuff.
And you can have Lego stuff. It would,
And they had like little vignettes.
and it would be something you could knock off in a weekend with your kids.
Exactly. Well, yeah, weekend or
You could see,
20.
and you,
You know.
and you can see the actual true size of this
Yes, yes.
monstrosity here.
Yes.
It's huge, and then huge.
It's huge.
And then, of course, on the deck of the Missouri,
We had the surrender ceremony for World War II.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then a photo up here of
The actual one,
the
yes.
actual surrender ceremony.
And they were selling all these little dudes that they have on the back. I don't know how much they were, but
Right. Anyway, it was a neat little thing they had up here.
yes.
Well, can't say little. This thing was
Yes, exactly.
monstrous. But and then we're back out.
Yep. Another Jeep and
Another Jeep.
a
What is that?
76 ATG.
76? Okay.
Yep. M5. M1, sorry.
And the duck.
Duck, duck of death. Death.
These things are so big.
Yes.
It's like a school bus. Top
Yes,
cut off.
yes. A lot of cities have in the U.S. They have tours, duck tours.
Right, where they take
Yeah,
you through
and they paint them in different colors, of course. But it's basically these World War II vehicles, and you get to just ride
the
around in them.
amphibious vehicles that they
Yeah.
take around, give you.
Yeah, DC has them. Ducks of
Philadelphia,
DC.
I think, has them.
Philadelphia, Boston,
Okay.
Chicago. Yeah, they're all over the place now.
Hmm.
It's a great way to see
And we've
things.
lived in D.C. for how many years and not managed to make this?
Yeah,
trip yet?
yeah. There is that.
Okay. Anyway, M3.
M3 Stewart.
You can tell by the 3.
Oh, that's yeah. That's what that means. Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
We're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, we got a mutt.
Yeah. But,
Vietnam era.
another picture.
M3 Lee. That's good. Another picture.
Another
M3, yes,
picture.
it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
M3
I
Lee.
was stuck on the Lee Grant thing again.
Yes. Done in the
Uh,
42 scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Nice paint job. BMP1.
MP, head on.
Yep.
Nice. Like that. Another one, we'll
T55.
circle back around the T55.
For all you Czechoslovakia fans, there's your little former country emblem.
And
A Swedish
Swiss
truck.
There you go.
I don't know what I'm sure it's Landsverk something.
Yeah, they've managed to get a lot of stuff from Sweden.
Yeah.
Sweden donated some stuff to them.
Well, they have like 4 of these trucks. Yeah, different schemes, and then of course the 2 S tanks.
Mm-hmm.
PT-76. I don't know who's that supposed to be. Probably Vietnamese. I don't know.
Yep, another picture of it.
Yep.
And there is
Back to
the
the Duster.
Duster again.
You like this Duster? You got a lot of pictures of it.
I do. It was kind of impressive.
Yeah. M13A Cav again.
I don't know how we circle back around, and
What tank is this?
you did it to me again. It is the Centurion.
There you go.
Centurion.
Centurion. Which model?
I have no idea.
Mark?
The 105. I know
Yeah,
it's got
it's
the
got
105.
the
on it.
105.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
You said they upgunned it to the 120.
No. This is the upgun. It came originally.
Oh, okay.
It was actually designed originally at the end of World War II with a 17 pounder. Then I got a 20 pounder. Then
Okay.
finally the 105. This is.
The 17 pounder, the 77 or whatever that
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
basically,
Mhm.
in the non-pounder designation.
Yeah.
And this was a little German camp.
Little camp, and we finally figured out what kind of reenacting we could do at our age, because we don't want to be like all the other reenactors, old
Exactly.
and fat and
Yeah.
trying to pretend like we're 18 years old. So we found the
Exactly.
perfect unit,
So now we have our unit, the Volkssturm.
the Volkssturm. All we need is an armband.
Yes.
It's cheap too.
An armband, some coverall, you're good.
Exactly, and just some dated civilian clothing and
Yep.
either a rifle or a Panzerfaust.
Yep. See, I mean, look at this guy.
Yes,
There's
he's just
one of
strolling around.
He's strolling perfect reenacting uniform. too.
Exactly.
So, yes. Volkssturm. There we go. With the,
So I'm going to be
priest
going to
again.
the store. I'm going to be buying an armband here
Yeah.
shortly.
And here's a priest with a little bit better view
Yes.
of the ammo cart
With the
behind
ammo
it.
cart toting it.
And here we're back. We're back
Back
at
to the
camp.
cavalry with the M1, the
M1
M3, and the M5 horse.
You sure? I think,
Oh, that might be M5A1.
I
You're
think that's,
correct.
this one's the M5A1.
Yes.
That's the M5.
Yes.
So anyway, it was kind of nice. These guys were again happy to talk to you about anything you wanted to
Yeah,
know about
yeah.
the unit they were representing. This is
You
their
had the little
camp.
tents set up, and yeah, we were heading out at this point in time. So
And more tents, and now another white scout car.
Right.
Another. This is a,
One
this
of
is a
two.
really clean white
yeah,
scout
they've
car.
really done a lot of work on this. They even made it. It's totally road legal. They actually had seat belts. They're very subtle, though. You don't notice them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. You can see them hanging.
Yeah.
there. So it's road legal. It's pretty awesome. And I'm sure this is...
A 30 cal
yeah.
water cooled. I didn't see the water containers, but
Yeah, they were missing the water containers.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't think it actually fires, so I think they're okay. Anyway, another view of that.
yeah,
And
we got a Universal and a Lloyd
Lloyd.
hmm
About the Lloyd.
on the left.
Lloyd's on the left, the one with the extra bogey,
Yeah.
right?
There it
That's
is.
the Lloyd.
We need a 6-pounder for it to tow.
I need one. I should be able to round one of those
Yeah.
up. Maybe. And back to the entrance.
Back to the Sherman.
So that's going to kind of wrap it up. It's a great show. I love going to this thing every year,
Yeah.
or
something
every
to do.
year that I can. Last year it got rained out from that.
Yes. I mean,
tropical storm.
and there's all kinds of different shows in different parts of this country and in other countries, and if you have any interest in history, we'd always recommend that you go attend them. It's not a big deal. I mean, who knows how much longer you'll be able to see this stuff? World War II is a long time ago. Now,
Yeah.
World War One even more so. So, but to see things running, that's going to become more and more difficult over time. So,
Correct.
do it while you can.
Yeah, definitely. And they want you.
Yes,
Got the whole Uncle Sam thing going on. They're really good.
exactly.
Anyway, I would recommend, even if you're anywhere near this place, coming out and making a trip of it, coming out,
Yeah, if you're definitely around this
taking a
time
look
of
if you're
year,
a tank guy.
absolutely.
Because, like I said, getting up close to them, seeing them running around the fields, really, really nice. Anyway, that's going to be it. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.